Hello and welcome to Dear Download, a podcast about Download Festival music. Oh shit, hang on. I was thinking about changing it like I do with the Bloodstock. Hello and welcome to Eddfest, a podcast about Eddfest. Let's start that again. Hello and welcome to Eddfest, a podcast about Eddfest, music and the industry, and all other aspects related to rock and metal. This episode is all about Eddfest. I am Adam, and as always, I am here with Simon. How you doing, my man?
Hello, and good day to you, sir. How the devil are you?
I'm good. I'm still just laughing at myself for that joke, but yes, I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I feel like I haven't seen you in 4 days.
Funny that. Yes. So yeah, we went to Eddfest at the weekend. The weekend just gone. It was a two-day festival at Knebworth with Iron Maiden headlining on the Saturday. I'm sure most of you already know all of that because you probably wouldn't be interested in listening to this if you didn't know what Eddfest already was. But yeah, so we're going to sit down and talk about everything that happened, what we thought, how much we enjoyed it. And any other funny little things that we experienced over the weekend. But before we do that, Simon, how has your last... I don't know why that was so funny. Anything else interesting happened to you in the last couple of... It feels like we haven't done this for like 3 months. I don't know why. It feels like we haven't seen each other in ages. We just spoke about this before recording, but like it feels like ages ago for some reason.
Yeah, we basically just spent 3 days together 4 days ago, but for some reason I feel like I haven't seen you in ages or spoken to you in ages, which is really odd considering we've been together for so much time.
It is really odd. I wasn't sure if it was just me because I've been working out and the days are long, working outside in the sun at the moment. But no, clearly not just me. But anyway, yeah, last couple of weeks, anything you want to tell us all?
To report, not really. A bit disappointed about England in the football, but
yeah,
it's kind of England football team are like a parent that always disappoints you every few years. So I'm used to it now. That's the analogy that I'm using for the England football team. But hey, whatever, yeah, it happens, doesn't it? Although I'm getting slowly more and more convinced that I'll never see England win a major tournament in my lifetime, which might be quite a scary thought to have, but anyway, we won't talk about that too much. We'll get to heat rash. My legs still have heat rash on them, not half as bad as they did at Eddfest, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. But I've been cycling 14 miles a day as of late because I've been cycling to work and back, so to save petrol and to keep in shape as well. So yeah, that's been interesting in this heat, because let's just say that when I get to work, I am drenched. And then when I get home from work, I am also drenched. So, yeah, the weather's definitely played its part. But apart from that, not really much has happened. I'm just, we're going to talk about Eddfest today. But because I didn't do Download this year, I've never been more excited to... Obviously, when we went to Eddfest, I was absolutely buzzing. And now it's all eyes on Bloodstock for me, which is like 3 weeks away. And I've never looked forward to a Bloodstock more.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it really. Nothing much else is happening really. What about you, dude?
Yeah, nothing too exciting either. Pretty much the same as last episode. It's still just as hot out there as it was when we recorded the last one, and excuse me. And I'm coping with it day to day. Just about. It's not the 36-degree heat we had a few weeks back, but day after day, it's taken its toll. So I just don't have very much energy in the evenings to do very much at all, to be honest. One interesting thing that I wanted to talk about, though, I actually told you about this on the way to Eddfest. Loads of things are changing at work at the moment, and everybody's going to be coming off of their rounds, and our rota structure is changing. We're changing over to this. It's called a 9-day fortnight, basically, but it goes over 4 weeks. So you do 4 days the first week, 4 days in the next week with a long weekend in between, and then 5 days and then 5 days. So it's 9 days average. And I was saying to you, every month I will have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. When I said that to you the other day, we hadn't actually voted on it yet, but that's what we're getting. And it occurred to me today that if I pick the right round, I could get every year that long weekend will fall on download weekend.
Nice.
And I believe Bloodstock, if I was to get it, I would pretty much get Bloodstock off if I was able to come. So yeah, it depends. Like I said, I'm not going to pick a crap round just to get that weekend off, but I'll look at it. And
if you can get something decent that gives you that extra time as well, that would be awesome.
Because I'd only have to book off the Wednesday and the Thursday for download every year, rather than Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So yeah, so 2 days instead of 5. So yeah,
that would be way better.
Yeah. So I'll update you when it all happens and see if I've managed to work that. But
lovely jubbly.
Yeah, lovely,
yeah.
Lovely jubbly. Like I said, I have no idea if anybody listening is going to find that interesting, but I'm excited just in case. But yeah, other than that, nothing too exciting for me. Shall we get into it?
Before, can I just mention really quickly?
You can do whatever you want.
That I think already, because we don't talk about, we haven't talked about like new albums for a while.
Yeah.
We probably will start to talk about them more now that sort of, that downloads out the way and stuff. I know there's loads more big festivals to come. But I know that you are a Devil Driver fan, and their album came out on Friday. And it is absolutely exquisite. I will use those words.
Nice.
Possibly album of the year contender already. It is flawless and probably the best album since mid 2000s, I would say. Although they've released a lot of good stuff, this is on a completely another level. So I encourage everyone else to listen to it, but I also encourage you to listen to it, dude, because you will like this album. It's incredible.
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to say something that people have heard me say loads and loads of times. I did try and listen to the songs that had been released for it last time you spoke about it, but I lost concentration. I can't remember what I was doing. I was walking somewhere with my headphones on, and I must have just been distracted by something else, so I didn't pay too much attention to the songs. So, and I never went back to it after that to give it more attention. But yes, I will. I will give it a listen. Definitely.
Good.
Tomorrow morning, actually. Probably tomorrow morning.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Do it.
Good. Do it.
Rock out, baby. You will literally just find yourself just doing this in the middle of the street.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, Eddfest. Like I said earlier, it was over 2 days. It was at Knebworth, the home of Sonisphere. I went to a couple of Sonispheres. Simon went to none. So it was an experience for you as well, seeing the site. But it was an experience for me, remembering the site as well. There was loads of little places that I would not have remembered if I tried to think about it. But just seeing them again, it was like just brought back some memories, which was very, very cool. So it was, I don't know where to start. I suppose just start up where it was. I got the train up to you, and you drove us there, avoiding motorways.
Yeah.
You didn't want to go on the M25, so we drove a nice
as soon as I put the journey into the route, and this was like a week before, because I just thought, right, let's have a look at the journey and see how far it is. And it's, if you don't know already, obviously I am from London, so I'm very used to the M25. As soon as I saw the route going onto M25, I went, nope, we will not be doing that, because it's such an unpredictable road for people that have been on it or haven't. You might get on there and be very lucky, but the chances are you're going to get on there and there's either going to be an accident or roadworks, or it's just going to be busy as hell. So it was 2.5 hours with the M25, but 3 hours going by the A roads, through Oxford and Aylesbury. But really, if you're stuck on the M25, it will probably take you longer than 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you might as well just avoid the M25 altogether and take the hit of the extra half an hour. So that's what we done. And getting back was a lot worse, but getting there was really nice, smooth, beautiful countryside. You know, some parts of Oxford are lovely. Aylesbury is lovely. All that top part of Hertfordshire is just gorgeous. So we were treated to some lovely scenic views on the way to Eddfest. So it was a really nice journey there, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It was really nice. Much better than the motorway, although there weren't as many services. I was complaining that I needed a toilet on the way there, and I was like, I think we only saw one services because we weren't on the motorway, so we stopped at that one. But otherwise, no complaints from me. It was very nice. It was nice to go that way.
I should probably say actually before, if you want a visual version of everything that we're talking about today, my vlog will be out by the time you listen to this episode. So by the time this is out, my vlog of our time at Eddfest will be out as well. So you can listen to this and then go back to the vlog, and it will give you some context for all the sort of stuff that we done. Or if you've already watched a vlog and you're listening to this, you'll sort of have an idea of what we're talking about. So I tried to vlog as much as possible and got some very, very funny stuff as well. So
cool. Yeah. I was planning on saying that, but I'm a terrible host, so I completely forgot. But yeah, so like Simon said, go listen to this, then go and watch that to get more context, and then come back and listen to this again to get more context because you've seen the vlog, and then go back to watch the vlog for even more context.
Do that.
Just keep, it's like a tennis match. Just watch and then listen and watch and listen. Oh no, we watch this as well because we're recording this for YouTube too.
So watch listen to it on Spotify, then watch the vlog, then come onto YouTube and watch this, then go back to the vlog again, and then go to Spotify, and then finally come back to this. Yeah. I think that's a good way of doing it.
That is a good way of doing it, although it will be translated into Braille. So if you've watched and listened to this one, just find the Braille version and just follow along with that.
Good.
Anyway,
I like this.
Good. we're pissing about. Let's get on to let's talk about Eddfest. I was super excited. We talked about the journey, but maybe I skipped over this. Maybe we should have talked about this first. I was super excited about Eddfest. As soon as they announced it, I knew I wanted to go. When it was first announced, I looked at it and thought maybe it's a bit more money than I wanted to spend because I would have to do everything. You know, just going for the day is a no go for me. I'd have to camp and I'd have to stay there. But yeah, it felt a little bit too expensive, so I didn't get tickets straight away. But then I sat on it for a while, and the more I thought about it, because the last time I'd seen Iron Maiden was 2022, and it was sort of dawning on me slowly that might be the last time I see them. So as time went on, I got more and more excited if I were to go. And then we were just chatting one evening, weren't we? And we were just like, let's just do it. Let's just go. We have to.
Yeah, I agree. If it was like when it first came up, I thought, at the moment I don't really have any time or money to go to just shows. I wish I did, but festivals are slightly different. So when it came up 50th anniversary show, and then I was like, oh, there's camping as well, and then that got me excited, and then obviously we started talking about it. And then the icing on the cake when they added Blaze Bayley to be, headliner on the Friday. Yeah. That's when we just went over the edge with excitement. We were just like, right, this was going to be incredible already. And then you just add a Blaze headliner on the Friday, and that just took mine and Adam's excitement into the stratosphere. Because, Iron Maiden are my favourite metal band of all time. They're probably your favourite metal band of all time.
Yeah.
So, we've been Maiden fans. We've been Maiden fans for a long time. Both talks about our love of Maiden on the show loads. So a tailored Iron Maiden 50th anniversary experience was just like, we cannot miss this festival, basically.
No. I think one thing that might have, I wouldn't say it was putting me off, but regular listeners of the show would know I probably prefer a lot of their newer stuff to their older stuff. I still absolutely love their older stuff. But they weren't playing any of the newer stuff. It was all older stuff, wasn't it?
It's so weird because that is probably the opposite of, I'd say, 99% of Iron Maiden fans.
Yeah.
I think you're in like the 5%, 1 to 5% of people that prefer. Oh, they've got loads of good new stuff, but you know, the 80s is some of the greatest albums back to back that will ever occur, but you prefer the newer stuff. So I just think that in typical fashion, like you've got to be an awkward fucker, don't you?
I do have to be an awkward fucker. But yeah, I think I listened to their older stuff a lot growing up, and so I wouldn't say I got bored of it, but I didn't want to listen to it as much. So I got more into their newer stuff, and then the 2-3 days before Eddfest, I was listening to like a playlist of everything on Spotify in the mornings before work and stuff, and I just kind of forgot how much I loved a lot of their older stuff as well. So I maybe it was just a bit burnout with their older stuff, so I prefer the newer stuff. But then that's all I listened to for such a long time, I forgot to go back to the older stuff again. So, I was really looking forward to it as well because of that.
Yeah. I mean, I like all eras of Maiden. Some albums more than others, but I do like them all the way through. I think they got some little weaker moments, but I mean, I was happy they were going to do the early stuff, although they did play a few bits. We'll get to the thing, obviously. They played a few really early bits at the beginning of the set. And yeah, I thought they put in, there was a couple of like gems that they don't really play that much. But I don't know, I still feel like maybe it was a bad idea and you could have squeezed in some of the, you say newer stuff, we're talking Brave New World era. It was
Brave New
25 years ago. They're not, they're not new albums now, but like newer Maiden albums, for instance.
Yeah.
And they've had some quite, not big hits, but quite well, songs that have done really well off the last couple of albums as well. So
yeah,
it's a weird one when it comes to the discography, but I was still like, cool, everything from Iron Maiden to Fear of the Dark, the original run of Iron Maiden, I'm totally happy with hearing songs from just that era.
Yeah, and like I said, so was I eventually, once I got my ass in gear and listened to some of the older stuff again. So how were you feeling leading up to it?
Oh, just buzzing. So buzzing. But like I said, because I didn't do download, this was my first festival of the year. So normally you're excited. I say Slam Dunk. I went to Slam Dunk. I mean camping festival, like Slam Dunk was, it was all right. But, normally I'm getting all my stuff ready in May for download. Didn't have any of that. So, to wait all the way to July for your first festival felt like an absolute eternity for me.
No, I bet.
It felt really, really long because you're so used to doing download. So, yeah, I was literally just could not wait. Literally like, the night before was literally like Christmas. I was literally like basically shaking in the covers because I was like, I'm going to a festival tomorrow. And guess what? It's all Iron Maiden. I was literally just like, like a little boy at Christmas. And I think I talked how hyped I was about it so much that some of my friends were like, I actually really want to go to this festival now because all I kept on going was banging on about how good this Maiden festival was going to be. So yeah, I literally couldn't have been more excited. So I think that does come across in the vlog quite how excited me and you are because we're pretty giddy when we first get there. So
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that happening, but I haven't seen the vlog, so some of those bits might be a bit blurred in my mind. So I am looking forward to seeing it as well, just to remember everything we did. But yeah, so as we said earlier, we drove there. It took about 3 hours, was it?
It's about 3 hours. About 3 hours.
Yeah, it wasn't too difficult getting in. Not really at all. I know it was for some people, but not the way we came. It was weird. The queue backed up onto a roundabout, which was bit odd, but we weren't stuck there for very long. We got in quite quickly.
Yeah, we were queuing in the car for about 10 minutes and we looked in and we must have got there quite early because there wasn't that many cars in there at all when we first got there.
No.
We were literally like, oh my God, no one's here. But obviously people turned up just a bit later. We got there about an hour after it opened and I think we were in the queue for, 10, 15 minutes before we got into the car park. Then we literally parked up, had a quick beer and then we were literally packed and on our way. It really didn't take us long to get in at all.
No. And yeah, I think, I actually timed it on the second morning. So I walked all the way back to the car park, walked into where we were camped pretty much, which took about 7 minutes, and then another 3 minutes to the arena entrance. So it's 10 minutes from car park to arena entrance.
Which is great. And I didn't know the site, so I was turning up. Obviously, Adam knew the site, didn't remember all of it, but you'd been there a few times before where I was like, I have no idea what to expect here. First impressions when I got there, I was like, this is posh, isn't it? It was, like I've said in the vlog, and I'll probably mention throughout when we talk, but it was just a really nice place, like you're so used to Donington and having the racetrack, and Donington feels quite industrial compared to Knebworth. Knebworth really does feel like you're in a big park, where Donington feels like, it's more industrial. It does feel like there's stuff going on around you, like a racetrack, where Knebworth, even though technically you're closer to places, you feel more segregated away from everything. It's kind of odd. Because obviously I had no idea what to expect. So, but yeah, first impressions, I walked in, I was like, this is literally a park and it's lovely.
Yeah. And, so I don't know if you would have kept this in the vlog. I think we recorded us saying this, but I wasn't expecting it to be very well ran. I was expecting it to be a bit of a disaster, if I'm honest. Just because they haven't... It was pretty much the same team that did Sonisphere, as far as I'm aware. But they haven't done anything for such a long time. And, when we were trying to email them and things like that, we were trying to find information. It felt like everything came out very late. We never heard back from them about some things. So I was expecting it to just be a bit of a mess. But I think overall it was ran really well. Really, really well.
Yes, definitely. I agree. When we got there, it was everyone knew where they were going. All the security were like, down there, that way. We didn't have to walk around. We didn't have to try and find my way. Everywhere was signposted nicely. Like you said, easy walks to the campsites. Really, really quick getting in. And then, because it was slightly on a hill, we could already see kind of the place where we wanted to camp anyway. So we just headed towards that. But yeah, everyone was nice. The whole time, all the staff were lovely. They said hello. They said goodbye. They were
Didn't
really,
check us
really
going
nice.
into the arena. That was the best thing they did.
They had a look, but we didn't have any bags, so they didn't really check us. But
bags.
It's kind of different. It had a kind of different vibe, and as we talked about in the vlog, the clientele is of a much older age than it would be at places like Download. So you're less likely to get people coming in doing drugs and all sorts of stuff like that. So it was a bit more relaxed on the security front, just because of the type of crowd that it drew. So I think that's probably what we'll base it on. We won't compare it to a Download because it's a completely different crowd type of people. So, but yeah, no, security were lovely. Everyone was really nice.
Yeah. So like we said, we got there. It was about an hour after they opened, and then at one point I remember you said to me, "It's Blaze tonight." I was like, "What?" It's the first day, and it just I was because again, not trying to compare it to Download, but that's all I've known for a long time. You get there, you set up, you just get pissed for a couple of days, but turning up the day that there's going to be music and entertainment on, it was a bit weird for me.
Yeah, I mean, every festival's kind of like that now. You don't get many where you turn up and there's not something happening that evening, and I'm sure Download will try and do what other Reading just applied to do music for another day.
Okay.
So they'll have music now on the Thursday. I'm sure Download will start to do that as well, because if it's what other festivals are doing, Bloodstock are already doing it. So you'll probably now only have the one day of no music, and it'll probably end up down the line being that the Wednesday's music stuff as well. So I suppose you better get used to it, really, because they're trying to squeeze every single cent, and the more bands play, the more they can charge you to go in. So it's most likely what they're going to do. Anyway, I'm going off topic, but I think the important thing to mention is here, the reason why you're comparing it to download is this was your first festival that wasn't a download since your last Sonisphere. That was in 2014?
Correct, yeah.
So it's been a long time since you've experienced a festival that wasn't download. So you can compare it to that because you don't really have anything else to compare it against.
No. We mentioned that while we were there, and I mentioned it before, but I didn't think it was a relevant thing to bring up here, or it hadn't crossed my mind to point it out. But yeah, you are absolutely right. 12 years is the last time I went to another festival that wasn't download, and it was where we went. But it's
in the same place as this festival, yeah.
Yeah.
But I could see your eyes like recognizing things when you said, "Oh yeah," when we were there. You're like, "Oh, I remember that bit." And there was that little like mausoleum thing in the campsite, and you went, "Oh God, I remember this." It's like I could literally see like files reopening in your memory of things that you'd forgotten years ago, and they were all flooding back to you.
Yeah, pretty much. The little walkway between the car park and you get out to a field the other side. There was just a little path, and I forgot. Not that I'm going to remember, just a small path that's about 20 meters is really there. But yeah, just walking through that thinking, God, I came back to the car so many times, when I was at Sonisphere, just going, and I remember this little path now, and it's crazy. Yeah. And when you get through there, on the left-hand side is where all the buses or shuttle buses would come in that would take you to Stevenage. You could actually go into town and buy stuff for yourself and buy alcohol cheaper than Sonisphere and dresses we bought once. We just sat around Sonisphere in dresses.
Put some dress pictures up now, dude, because they're hilarious pictures, man. Yeah. Put those up, they're great.
Good. But yeah, no, all awesome stuff.
We were actually in Blue Camp, weren't we?
Yeah.
That was the best bit. We were like, oh my God, we've come all this way to another festival, set up, and we're actually set up in Blue Camp, which obviously is where we stay at Download every year. So I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. But it was, I can't tell you guys, and for the people that were there, you'll know, it was absolutely boiling. What was the temperature that day?
I think it got to about 32, 33, I think, that day.
Yeah, it was.
I think it got hotter
and we probably putting our tents up at the hottest part of the day. Like, we were, like you'll see on the vlog, I soaked through my hat with sweat, and I'm not a sweaty person. That is the one and only time I have ever done that before. Like, it was roasting, and we loaded everything up onto the trolley as much as we possibly could, and I'm glad we got it all there quite quickly. And then we set up our tents, and it was lovely. But it was weird for me setting up actually being on the grounds where Sonisphere was, which was nice. So yeah, we set up, we got all our stuff, and then we just had a little walk around for a bit. We were going to head towards the arena, but we thought, let's walk around the campsites a little bit. So we walked up the top. There were some toilets there. Walk down. That's when we saw that mausoleum place that jogged some of your memories. And then we walked down, and then we walked. There was like a row of food stalls in the campsite leading to the entrance to the arena. So we sat down for a few hours, had a couple of drinks, then we thought, right, we better get our asses in gear and go and see what the arena's all about.
Yeah. So I actually didn't think there was going to be any food stalls in the campsite. I couldn't remember fully what Sonisphere was like, but I thought there was a bit in the arena that they cordoned off that you could go into out of hours and not in the main stages, but yeah, you could go to like the vendors and the food stalls. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, that's what I was assuming was going to happen this time as well, because on the map it didn't show any food vendors in the campsite. But I'm glad there was.
No, it didn't. So yeah. There was, but I think when we were talking, when we were there, we just assumed, we're going to have to go into the arena to get food. But actually, it was at the sort of top of all the campsites, just one long line of food vendors. So
yeah,
we were good. It was good to see that because we walked past and went, there is some good food here actually.
Yeah, it was good food as well. Oh yeah, because we just sat down for a bit and we're just checking people's shirts out, weren't we?
Oh, we had. Oh, that's a really good point because I'm glad you said that. We had. Well, I certainly had. I'm sure you did as well. We had Iron Maiden t-shirt envy the entire weekend. I think half of mine and your time was talking about how sick all of the 90s Iron Maiden shirts, Blaze era shirts were, and all the different types of Iron Maiden football shirts that we were looking at and going, never seen that one, never seen that one, never seen that one. It was, if you're a fan of band t-shirts, this was like just the best. It was to see so many cool Iron Maiden shirts that I'd never seen before. It was awesome. We stand them and I'd be like, oh my god, Ad, look, that guy's got a Virtual 11 t-shirt on. And then you'd be like, oh my god, look over there, this guy's got a different type of football shirt on. And we were just constantly just looking at all these different Iron Maiden shirts. It was awesome.
Yeah, there's some very, very cool ones. Obviously, some very old ones as well.
Yeah.
I expect people were wearing it worth a lot
some of the
money.
Retro ones, and people walking past them, and I was like, how is that shirt? That shirt's like 38 years old, and it's like in pristine condition. Like, these people have kept these Maiden shirts. They must have like vacuum sealed them and put them in the loft or something, but some of them were in like exquisite condition for what they were. And I know for a fact, being a sort of vintage hunter, some of these t-shirts are worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I took actually one of the shirts that I saw a few people wearing this shirt, but it was a white one with the Killer's picture on. I took that with me, but I wasn't wearing a t-shirt most of the weekend because it was so hot. But I'm pretty sure.
Just to warn everyone, there is a lot of Adam's nipples in this vlog because he had no shirt on and just an Iron Maiden shirt over, bare chest. You get to see all of his wonderful Sean Connery chest hair. It's something very special. But you'll get to see more Adam Cox nip than you will probably want to see. But there is a lot of it in there.
Honestly, it was too hot for a t-shirt.
It was. I was wearing that football shirt on the first day, so it was okay because it is like breathe through. But when I wore that Maiden shirt on the Saturday, I was absolutely roasting.
Yeah,
I was like, this is just no breathability at all. So I'm glad I brought that other t-shirt on the really hot day. But that just reminded me. So Adam was wearing his. On the Friday, you wore your Fear of the Dark button-up Iron Maiden shirt.
Yes. But I'll stop you there.
You've got a little collection.
Yeah, I'll stop you there. I will never button them up. Everybody else I saw wearing those shirts...
I just say button up people know it's a...
Everybody else who owns them buttoned it up. No, I'm not going to wear an Iron Maiden shirt and button it up. It just looks
I think
looks weird.
I would button it up because you get the whole... design.
Just look at it from the back. Know? It's got the same picture on the back as it has on the front. Just look at it from the back.
It does, yeah. But I was going to say this is related to us with the football shirts and other shirts because we were looking out for these button-up Iron Maiden shirts because me and Adam were, when we first got there, talking about all the ones that you don't have. Yeah. And we were like, right, he hasn't got this one, this one, and this one. Let's see if we could spot them. And we did spot a few, and we actually did talk to a bloke who was wearing one.
Yeah, Lloyd.
A really nice chap. Lloyd, we talked to him in Eddie's dive bar and we were like, dude, because he's got a real live one shirt and that's one of the ones you were missing. And you said it looks way better in real life than it did on the pictures.
Way better, yeah. Yeah, so much better. I might buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got 6 of them. I'm pretty sure there's about 5 that I don't have. Maybe 6 that I don't have.
Can you put a picture of those on screen if you've got a picture?
Yeah. But also, I want to brag a little bit here and say, I didn't see anybody else with a Fear of the Dark one. I didn't see anybody else with a Best of the Beast one or Peace of Mind. I did see the Number of the Beast.
Yes, we did see that one.
Yeah, I saw that a few times.
There was one more. There was one more that we saw, and I can't remember which one it was. So we saw a real live one, Number of the Beast, and there was another one that we saw, and now I can't remember what one it was, and we went, oh!
Yeah, and I think it's one
the Trooper. Trooper. It was the Trooper one.
Yes, I do have that one.
Yeah, it was the Troop one. That was the other one we saw.
Fun fact, it just looks like sick. I never used to wear it, so mine's in perfect condition because the top bit looks like sick. And a friend of mine was actually sick on it once. On mine, anyway. So,
great stuff. Yeah. Great stuff.
Interesting story. But yeah, my Trooper is such good condition because I hated the colour of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah,
you should wear it. You should wear it to the next festival. I want to see this one.
Okay. Well, just watch this video back.
Okay.
I'll just put a picture up on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then. Okay.
Do we mention all of them? If we didn't mention all of them, the other picture that I didn't mention is going to be here. In fact, I'll find pictures of all of them, and I'll show you which ones I have.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a picture. Yeah, is there like a picture of all of them? Just put that up. Give some people some context. But trust me, these shirts are sick, and they're going for like 90 to over 100 quid a pop, and they are rare as hell now because we were speaking about it on the Friday. The company is no longer a company anymore, so these shirts are discontinued. So if you see one of these shirts, grab it, grab it with both hands,
and then send it to me.
Yeah, and if it's one of the ones Adam's missing, send it to him.
Yeah. But yeah, I was saying that. So there's one white Iron Maiden shirt that I took. It was a Killers one with like the axe on the back that's actually red. I'm pretty sure I wore that one to either Ozfest 2002 or Download 2003. I can't remember which one. I think it was the first festival I ever did. I wore that to there. So
wow.
I wanted to take it.
I can see you're sporting a very nice long sleeve right now. Yes. Can you give us a little show? Give us a little spin. Oh, dude, that's so sick. With the proper scary, with the scary Eddie.
Can you see that?
Oh man. Yeah. There you go. Too sick, dude.
And I have another one that I wanted to take. I have another one that I wanted to take with me, but I told you about it. It's so thick. It's like somebody actually painted Eddie onto it instead of like printed it. And I've got it here. And I didn't see a single other person wearing this one. You might have done. Maybe I missed it.
I saw a white version of that, but not that version.
Okay. It's got that on the back.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
It's so thick. And this one, I think, is worth close to 200 or over 200. In fact, I do have the other white one here. This is the one that I took with me. Oh, sorry, I've gone very quiet.
Yes.
This is the one I took with me, but didn't actually wear it.
That's the one I saw people wearing. Yeah, I didn't see them wearing the black one.
I saw loads of these.
That's sick.
I don't think I saw this one either. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, we did see one.
Okay.
We did. Walking into the arena, there was a guy who had that on.
Okay.
But that's the only time I saw it. I just saw one the entire time.
Yeah. Cool. I do have some other quite rare ones, but yeah, these ones I wanted to take. But yeah, anyway.
I actually... Cool. When we saw the guy with the real live one on, there was a guy next to him. Remember, I spoke to him because he had the Brave New World tour T-shirt on.
Yeah, which
was the one that I had, and I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "Sorry, mate, but that T-shirt's amazing. I had this T-shirt. I have no idea what's happened to it, but I had it in 2000." I was like, "Yeah, amazing." And he's like, "Yeah, I've had it since I went to the tour." And I was like, "Oh, dude, like, I'd give anything to have this shirt again. It's so cool." So I had to speak to him because I just love that shirt. Brings back so many memories of me being a teenager.
Yeah. It's strange for Brave New World to be my favourite album. I've never owned any Brave New World merch. Yeah. And also, you just reminded me, I had a Rainmaker t-shirt, which I didn't see at all. But
nice.
It got cut off of me at one point. You'll see in some of his vlog. You probably see my scar because he said I've got no t-shirt. Yes. At that point, it was cut off of me when I was in hospital.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. You should rebuy it. You should go and find it and rebuy it.
See if I can find it. Yeah, Rainmaker. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, find it and put it in Discord. Because I'll probably forget. No, I don't. I'll find it. I'll see if I can find it, but I'm not going to spend 200 quid on it.
No. People do overcharge for t-shirts these days, so yeah. Yeah,
cool. Any more? I mean, we probably didn't intend for this bit to be this long, but it was an Iron Maiden show. Everybody there was wearing Iron Maiden shirts. And
Yeah.
Iron Maiden shirts are cool, so I think this is fine to be talking about this for this long.
Tons of great designs. Just two Maiden fans nerding out about amazing Maiden t-shirts, which we done consistently across the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Awesome. But yeah, I think so. After that, we went back to camp for a little bit, didn't we? Before going to see Blaze. Is that what we did?
We did. We walked into the arena for a little bit, just into the main sort of arena bit. We walked in. We had a look at the main stage. We went to Eddie's bar quickly, got a drink, and then we went back. You ate something. He was brave. He ate a Yorkie pud. He was a brave man.
Yeah, that was so good as well. It was like 1850, but it filled me up all day.
Yeah, that's true. And then we quickly went back to the tents, loaded up on more alcohol, and then we came back in for Blaze Bayley. And we came in nice and early, and we got a fantastic spot, which pits including.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We got a really good spot for Blaze. We got a great spot that, because of pits, turned into an even better spot. We just kept on getting even better spots for the show, although we were already in a really great position for it. Yeah,
it was amazing. So I know you were. I had seen Blaze probably 2 or 3 times, but you had never seen him, had you?
No, I'd never seen Blaze, and I'd go to one of his solo shows, but Blaze Bayley doing all of his Maidens, like a Maiden set, was something that I was just like, this is going to be. I'm so excited for this, literally. And this show did not disappoint.
No. And for me, I know he normally does a couple of his Iron Maiden songs at his own shows, which is what I saw him on. But Virtual 11 was the album that got me into Iron Maiden in the first place. So, I mean, it was incredible for me as well to see that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, we got quite close to pit. I think I got in a pit at one point. It was just like 3 guys just pushing to start with, and the old people around us weren't very happy. I saw one. There was
a few people. There was a bald bloke who was standing there, and I get it. It's a Maiden show, so the clientele is a tiny bit older, but there are a lot of young people, and people our age, still young people, that love Iron Maiden, and we love a bit of a mosh as well. So the pit just started with 2 blokes pushing each other, mucking around, and I was kind of pushing them, and you were pushing them around a bit, and it was a good little laugh to begin with. And then more people got involved, and it started getting bigger. And there was a woman in front that turned around and started telling everyone off like a mum.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, "Look, it's a metal show. Like, move if you don't like it." And I get that. And then there was a bald bloke who got in the face of one of the guys, and one of the guys was just literally had a smile on his face the whole time, like, "Dude, it's a metal show, bro. It's a concert. Like, fucking move out the way." And I was in total agreement with him. And I was staring at this bloke as if to say, I hope he says something to me, because I'm going to tell him to fuck off. Because I was like, it's a show, bro. If you don't like it, move out of the way. Simple as that. I know you got a great spot, but there's a great spot over there as well. You could just move. And eventually he moved over, and that was it. Everyone in there had the best time ever. I would say it's one of the most happy pits I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Because everyone was grinning ear to ear because of just how excited we all were to see Blaze Bayley. And that continued for the whole show across the board.
Yeah, and it was a great pit as well. Like, there wasn't punches thrown or anything like that. People weren't doing spin kicks. It was just jumping. It was
an old school push pit.
Old school
jump
push
in. Pit. There was a little bit of a circle pit as well, which was harder to get going because there was like a giant rope in the way because of the stage. But yeah, it was a great old school style push pit. I had so much fun. I delved in and out of it throughout the show.
Yeah. Did you get any footage?
Yeah, I got loads of footage in there.
In the pit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, I'm so looking forward to watching the vlog. But yeah.
Oh, dude, the footage of the show, I mean, we'll talk about it now, but Blaze Bayley's voice is still absolutely insanely good.
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed it. I think you said a few times over the weekend, and I kind of agreed, not to give too much away, but Blaze kind of stole the weekend with his
yeah.
set.
We'll talk about it more when we get to the Maiden show. But me and Adam talked about this on the vlog as well. Like, while we were standing there was like a buzz. It was like a palpable buzz and energy that was around this show. And when they were playing the intro, everyone was literally just like almost stamping the floor for Blaze to come out on the stage. And when he came out, I'll compare it to like a pop when a wrestler comes out, because it was literally like when he came out, the entire crowd just popped. They just were like so excited to see him. They were just like, oh my God, Blaze Bayley's here. Everyone go mental right now. And I think you could see the band, like from the footage, just feeling the energy of the crowd the whole time. Like it was palpable in the area, just how excited and how good the performance was. Because gigs can start this palpable and then you lose it because the performance on stage doesn't match the energy in the room. But this was like the performance and the energy just kept on getting better and better and better and better, and crowd participation kept on getting better and better and better. It was just, I can't put into words quite how amazing this Blaze Bayley show was.
There was something in the air, wasn't there? Like that.
Definitely.
Everybody felt it.
I think it's like a connection thing. And, I think it is, there are the people, auras and all this shit. We don't know if any of this weird stuff exists, but I think you can see when people connect. And I think everyone in the crowd was just like connecting on the same level. And we were connecting with the band on stage and with Blaze, and just the connection that everyone had in the same space was just like drawing you in. You were just like, oh my God, man, this is like, you're just in a bubble of everyone being amazing and having a good time. And that's exactly what it felt like from start to finish. And like I said, the performance, the vocals, they played classics, they played Sign of the Cross, they played The Klansman, they played Man on the Edge, they played Future Real, Angel and the Gambler, it was just banger after banger after banger, and everyone was singing their heart out. He spoke really well about the messaging, about thanking everyone and how great it is to celebrate and how much he loved his time in Iron Maiden. He's not bitter. He's still friends with all the band. And, it was just everything was perfection at this show. I wish I could take all of you to the show with us so we could all experience it at the same time. That's just how great it was.
Yeah, it was great. And he did say, though, he's coming back next year. Was it next year or the year
this
after?
October.
October this year. He's coming back this year. Maybe be playing down near Minehead sometime in October. But yeah, we said we will go to. Has he released any tour dates? He has. I haven't looked.
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Oh, okay, I thought you were nodding.
We'll have a look
in answer to my question. We'll have to have a look and see what dates, because we did say we both definitely want to go to his tour.
Definitely, yeah. Like we just mentioned all those songs, but he didn't play my favorite Iron Maiden song of his, which is Virus. It was, I couldn't have asked for it to be any better, but I would have loved it if they would have played Virus as well. But I'm not going to complain one bit about this show, because it was, minus them playing my favorite song, it was, I can't put it into words how good the show was.
Yeah. Let's stop gushing about Blaze, because we'll just go around in circles.
Stop gushing about Blaze Bayley. But I will say, in the vlog, when we walk off, I'm walking and I'm filming the back of ears walking towards the bar, and I'm just literally going, oh my God, that was amazing. Oh my God, that was amazing. Like, literally, it's like even after the show, I can't stop babbling about it. And that's when we went into the Eddie's dive bar and we started talking to people. We started talking to Lloyd and the guy with the Brave New World shirt on. Adam was doing his cup tricks. And we just continued to drink, and then we went to the Unfair Fun Fair for a little while.
Yes, Simon won me a little Eddie plushie, handed it to me, and then we went on the big wheel, and I paid him back.
Oh, baby! No, they had loads of games. They had They had like a little football game where you had to kick the ball into Eddie's mouth and you would get an Eddie mask. There were darts. There was shooting. There was knock the cans over, which is what we done. There was grab the ducks. There was all kinds of stuff, and you could win loads of really, really cool Iron Maiden stuff. But we done it very well. We watched a lot of people do these games, and we thought, right, let's come up with a tactic. And there were this couple that were cheating, shall we say. So me and Adam were like, right, we won't divulge into how we did it, but let's just say the game was rigged for us to lose, and then we rigged the game for us to win. But we could only have won if my amazing shooting was correct, and it was.
Yeah. My shooting was awful.
So we worked as a proper podcast team.
Yeah.
We worked together to win an Iron Maiden prize.
Yeah. And yeah, it was incredible. I really wanted to see you on the football one. I don't know why. I just assumed you were quite good at football and assumed you'd do quite well. But
decent.
Yeah, you didn't want to go on it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, they didn't have any of the good masks left because I was like, I really want the Summer in Time mask. And I was like, oh, they've only got the other one. So if there was a Summer in Time mask there, I would have done it. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, it was still fun to watch. And I got some footage of some people doing all the games and me playing darts, and we both fucked up. So it was fun. We were quite tanked at this part of the evening. So. Yeah. It was good fun to sort of end it. And then we went from the fun fair to the little Iron Maiden museum bit.
We did, yeah. You got loads of photos and everything of that. I was planning on getting all the photos on the Saturday, and I got none. So annoyed
It was
with myself.
A lot more rammed. Like I'll say this, the Friday, there was probably about 10,000 people camping, if that. So, we had access to everything. We got into the Maidenville, we walked around, we got to go to the stores, we get to basically walk right up to the t-shirts and have a look at them, and then there was queues for like hours the next day. So camping that day really got us to see everything. So when we went to the Iron Maiden sort of museum, they had stuff from Power Slave era. They had a giant Somewhere in Time Eddie that was about 20 foot tall. It was absolutely immense.
That was cool.
They had like the original Iron Maiden mask that they had in like the first ever music video. They had Bruce Dickinson's belt buckle from 1984. They had his jacket from Somewhere in Time. They had loads of stage like big props. They had Dance of Death stuff. And then me and Adam realised that we were at the same tour at the same gig.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we haven't worked this out before, but we realised that in 2003 we were at the same gig in London, which is just crazy to think now. So they'd props from that. They had props from Seventh Son, the Number of the Beast music video. I mean, there was such a great plethora of stuff. And if you're an Iron Maiden fanatic like we are, it was awesome to see all of this history and things you remember. And they had the Predator Final Frontier head and like just so much cool stuff. We were there for ages talking about it, nerding out. I got loads of photos and videos, so it's all on the vlog as well if you guys want to see it. I put it on my social media recently as well. But yeah, it was just such a cool way to sort of end the evening with us just looking at all of these trips down memory lane of just looking at all this really sick Iron Maiden stuff. And they had all these paintings and collages of all the different Eddies, and we took loads of pictures in front of them. And it was basically just an Iron Maiden fan's dream.
Yeah. I can't say any better than that, or there's nothing I can add really. It's that you covered everything. You talk about the tank.
Oh yes, there was a tank as well
tank.
from. Yeah. There's a giant tank from the cover of
Matter of Life and Death.
Matter of Life and Death. Probably my least favourite Iron Maiden album. I know everyone else loves it. But that was really cool. They had the big tank there, and you can go and take pictures in front of it. And they had all the dolls that they had that sort of made up that looked exactly like the cover. Like it was sort of shaped to look exactly like the cover was if you took the picture from a certain angle. So yeah, just like everywhere you looked at this place.
It looked like the cover. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it looked like the cover. Yeah, they had the dive bar, they had the Emporium, they had the Unfair Fun Fair. Everywhere you went in this place was tailored towards Iron Maiden. Everywhere you looked, it was something different Iron Maiden. We'll talk about it at the end, but more bands should do this because it was special if you're a fan of that band, like really special to see all the different designs, and it was just that first day, probably one of my favourite days at any festival I've ever had. It was so cool, so great weather, bit too hot for me. That's where the heat rash started. But me and Adam don't get much time to spend together without anyone else, so it was nice that it was just us two for the most part. Although we bumped into people and saw people and chatted to people, it was nice to just have that one day where it was just me, two Maiden fans nerding out. Yeah,
definitely. And you'll probably see in the vlog as well, the next day we don't spend that much time together.
No, we actually didn't. We didn't.
You said when I first saw you that this vlog is going to be, I'll be heavily featured in this vlog. And then, I didn't see you most of Saturday. So I thought it was kind of funny.
But you're 90% of the vlog, you're in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I did.
So
I just assumed
you're in it from start to finish, really.
Yeah. But no, I was just backing up what you were saying. Like even download. There's things that we want to do separately. Even at a tiny festival like Eddfest was, there was things we wanted to do separately. So it was so nice to just spend all that time together, just nerding out, looking at the shirts as well. It might seem a bit odd doing it on your own, but if there's somebody else doing it with you, you're like, okay, this isn't odd, this is cool. This
is cool. I'm a nerd, but I'm a nerd with someone else. It's not just me.
It's not a weird thing to do,
which is great. But it was good. And then then literally we got food on the way back to the tent. We got some chips with chicken curry on top, which was actually pretty damn banging. We sat down for a bit, listened to a few tunes, had another beer, and then we went to bed like good boys.
I think it was like pretty around midnight, wasn't it?
Around midnight. It was a long day though, long day. You'd been up a lot earlier than me because you had to travel all the way to Gloucester. From Bridgewater. We, the energy had been zapped out of us by the sun, so it was a really super long day that we squeezed every single ounce out of that we could get out that day.
We did. And we both went to sleep on our airbeds, and
airbeds failed. My airbed failed.
I'm
not even sure you bothered sleeping on yours.
No, mine's doing all right. I blew it up. But Simon's airbed didn't work. No, your
there
pump...
was two fails because my pump ran out of battery, and then I split my airbed when we were packing to get into the car. So not only have I put a hole in my airbed now that I need a puncture repair kit to fix, I also had no pump and slept on the floor the entire 2 days. But it was still not the worst sleep I've had at a festival, even though I slept on the floor. I've had a lot worse.
I just wanted to bring that up just to laugh at you a little bit. All the times you've taken the piss out of me for sleeping on the floor.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. But this was this was circumstance. It wasn't like I wanted to. I didn't go, I'm going to sleep on the floor.
I'm going to sleep on the floor. And then, so the next day, Saturday, so that was all on Friday, Saturday morning, I woke up super early, like I said earlier. I wanted to, so my plan was to document everything, I don't remember a lot of some of the earlier downloads. I don't remember that much of Sonosphere, so I was like, right, I want to walk around, document everything, get videos of everything, walk from wherever I can to, get timings and things like that. So I did at the campsite. I did the campsite and the car park and everything, with the intention of doing exactly the same thing in the arena. You can probably tell by the tone of my voice that never happened, but
it did not.
But I'm still gonna be able to put that up. It was really cool. It was a tiny place. It really was, but so cool, so nice. I think because of how small the campsite was, I wasn't expecting the amount of people to turn up on the Saturday for the day as they did. But there must have been a good 50,000, 60,000 people there. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I just walked around filming everything, and then when I got back to the camp, you were awake and sat there with your legs out.
I was, yeah. My legs are very much out. I got super bad heat rash. I've been riding into work the whole week, and I think I was wearing shorts that were maybe a little bit too tight, so it was rubbing on my thighs, and I get heat rash. I'm basically not made for the hot weather at all, so I got a heat rash really bad on my legs. So I was just sitting there covered in Sudocreme, pants pulled right up so you could basically see the outline of my penis, and
I got plenty of pictures.
and yeah, plenty of pictures. I ripped my pants on the Friday. I forgot to say that.
Yeah,
my pants literally ripped with excitement for Iron Maiden.
But pulled him up by his pants.
Gave me a huge wedgie. But no, yeah. So yeah, I was fine in the morning. I felt good, even though we'd done a lot of drinking the night before. Felt okay. We'd still drunk plenty of water. We've been spritzing ourselves with water because Adam brought some little spray bottles. So yeah, I actually felt good on that morning. So yeah, we just sat there, put some tunes on, relaxed for a bit until we felt like we needed to make our way into the arena.
Yeah, so the arena opened at midday, was it? Was it 11 or 12?
Around there, midday,
there.
12:30, 1 o'clock, something around there, yeah.
Yeah, and so we got there maybe about 5 minutes before they opened. Decided not to bother getting into the queue. I just stood under a tree for a bit. I remember the last time I saw a tree at Download that you could stand under for shade.
I will say that actually there are tons. I know it's a park, so there's obviously trees, but compared to Donington, there are so many trees at Knebworth, like way more. Obviously, it's a racetrack and a park, but it's noticeable how many trees there are, and that's nice because there is some shade, places to sit under, places to go and sit against. So that is definitely one of the benefits of Knebworth is all of the trees, because pretty amazing.
Yeah. I don't think I saw quite 2,000 of them, but there were a lot of trees.
There might have been 2,000, you never know.
But yeah, maybe 10, 15 minutes after it had been open and people started moving through, we decided to get into the queue, which is where we saw Aidan, who we spent most of the rest of the weekend with.
Yeah, most of the day we bumped into him at the railing and chatted and that, and he's coming to Butlins with us in October. And then we just hung around with him the entire day. We were meeting Alexander Toon and Roxanne. We knew we were meeting them in there, so Aidan tagged along with us. And then we went in, got a drink, and just stood there and waited for Alex and Roxanne to come. And we spent most of the day literally standing there and chatting pretty much. Chatting about everything, not really paying attention to the bands. Like, I'm not an Almighty fan. I'm not a Who fan. I'm not...
Airborne.
Who else played?
Also played.
I'm not an Airborne fan. So really for me, it was all about the Darkness and Iron Maiden. So yeah, we were just standing there chatting, drinking, enjoying the sunshine, and just waiting for the Darkness and then Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Like you said, we bought a few rounds once we got in. We had been drinking already as well. Simon said, right, when it gets to 11, we're drinking, boy. And I said, well, if I drink, I'm not going to get that footage I want. So I'm not going to drink. And then about a nanosecond later, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll drink.
Then before you know it, he was like 2 or 3 beers deep. Yeah. And then we were like, cool, we better get into the arena.
Yeah.
The drinks are going down far too smoothly on that Saturday.
Yeah, they were. I mean, it was hot and they were cold. So, I mean,
yes, that's true.
No brainer. But yeah, so that's why I didn't get that footage. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It was kind of annoying that you had to pay. So I'll pull this up now. It was kind of annoying. Every drink you had to get one of these cups, and these cups were £3. I mean, obviously, if you take it back and get another pint, then you don't pay the extra £3 for a cup. But they're cool.
Yes, they are very, very cool. We've got plenty of them.
How many
now.
have you got?
I don't know. I think I've got like 9. I think I've got 9 of those and one of the Trooper one. Because the whole weekend, one of the main topics was we need to get the other cups. I think there was 4 or 5 different designs. So me and Adam were always looking for the other cups, and we saw people with them,
Yeah.
But we never got them. I mean,
never-
I didn't find
didn't
Trooper
get them.
one until after Maiden had played, and I found it on the floor because someone had lobbed it away.
Yeah.
And so we never got the other designs. So we only got 2 out of how many designs there are.
Yeah. I would say 99% of the cups that were there were the blue ones I've just shown. I managed to get a Trooper one, a white Trooper one, just before Iron Maiden played. No, it wasn't. It was during. And I put it in my tent, and it disappeared. I don't know.
It's gone.
Maybe I didn't.
Have you checked all your bags?
Yeah, I checked everything. Maybe I didn't put it in my tent.
Oh my god.
I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
But yes, so I
don't know what you've done.
One fewer than Simon. But
but we still got plenty of Eddfest ones.
Yeah, I think I got 4 Eddfest ones in the end. But yeah, like I said, you don't want to give away these cool cups, even though it's going to save you £3.
Yeah.
I mean, you could sell them on eBay for about 40 at the minute. You couldn't. That's what people are listing.
You couldn't. There's too many.
No
of them.
one's going to pay 40. No one's going to pay a tenner for them, really. Maybe they'll pay a tenner.
No, it's a bit ludicrous now what people sell stuff for, but that's a whole nother topic we'll get into at some point.
Yeah, we'll get into it at some point. While you were watching the Darkness, or you stood around chatting, it must have got to around 4:00 in the afternoon. I knew I needed to go back to camp at some point to take my medication and stuff. So I went back there. I was getting a bit tired, but once I got back to camp, I was like, no, this is fine. I'm good. I'll just have another beer, sit down just for a little bit. But it ended up being a dad sit down. Before I knew it, I was nodding off. I think I fell asleep in a chair, maybe only for about 15 minutes. It wasn't too long. But I got back into the arena about 2 songs before the end of the Darkness. And I queued up to get some food while those were on. So I didn't really see the Darkness. But yeah, so do you want to go into it, and how were they?
Sure. Yeah, and that's how we parted ways. And I parted ways with Alexander and Roxanne as well, because we were all supposed to meet back at a certain place. So me and Aidan went off to get a good space for Darkness, and we said, right, we'll meet you at the back. We watched the Darkness, went back, no one was there. So that's why we split up for the evening, basically. But yeah, Darkness, we got a really good space for them. Great as always, just really entertaining, played the bangers, really got the crowd into it. They're the perfect sub-headliner because they get everyone energized, singing along, dancing. Justin's really hilarious. He was saying as well that the last time they played Knebworth was 23 years ago when they supported Robbie Williams, which is pretty mind-blowing. And then you were saying that your sister went to the Robbie Williams show, right?
Attempted to, at least.
Sorry, attempted to get to the Robbie Williams show, but
Yeah.
it was too fucked to get in.
The
But
traffic then was
that's
too
just
bad, and there was like miles.
Yeah.
So I remember hearing it on the radio as well. There was miles and miles of queues on the motorway, and so many people couldn't get there. Anyway, sorry. Darkness.
Yeah. So anyway, Darkness, really great on it. Played bangers. That's all I can say really. It was like sort of right in the sunset as they were playing, and it was just beautiful. I've got tickets to see them in December. Can't wait. Love a Darkness live show. Always entertaining, and I think the perfect band to get everyone in the mood and ready for Iron Maiden.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, my lead up to Iron Maiden was like I said, I was still a bit groggy from my brief nap. I got the food, and then I went down sort of to the right hand side of the stage to go to the toilet. The queues for the toilet were ridiculous at that point, but that's to be expected. And the plan was to then go back to the top where I left you all, because that's where Alexander said. Well, I mean, the message that I got was a couple of hours old at that point. But then I was walking back past the stage, and I thought, I'm actually quite close here. So I thought, I'm just gonna have a peek. I'm gonna see what the stage looks like from over here. And then I went forward a little bit more and a bit more. I didn't expect to be able to get as close to the stage as I could, as I did. But yeah, I was really quite close to the front of the stage for let's say the first hour and a quarter of Iron Maiden. So I think I'm going to let you go first, because my story about it is probably going to be a little bit anticlimactic. So yeah, do you want to go into how it'll make sense? It'll make sense when I'm saying it. Yeah, how were Iron Maiden for you?
Yeah, very good. Iron Maiden are always very good. I've only seen one Bad Maiden show, but we won't mention 2016, Book of Souls era because that was horrible. But yeah, really good. Like the show itself is great. Like we were saying, it's such a different show to what it was even 15 years ago, 20 years ago, because of the advancements in LEDs and how they can make the whole show interactive. Like Eddie poking out now looks like Eddie's really there. They still have the puppet Eddie come on stage and run around, but they don't have any physical stuff on stage anymore apart from the actual stage itself. But even that has LEDs on it now, so that can come alive and become part of the stage show. But the show itself, absolutely fantastic. I can imagine in an arena, it looks bloody brilliant. Looks great outside as well. The performance itself, not the best Maiden show that I've seen. We were saying that I think Download 2022's performance was better, but the show now is better. So if you were to combine the performance from Download 2022 with the show from 2026, it would be the ultimate Iron Maiden show. Brucey did have some throat issues. That's not him being a bad singer. I actually thought, particularly in videos, he looked like he's been sounding probably the best he has for a very, very long time. I think he's really been working on his voice. Obviously, he had throat cancer and all that sort of stuff. So, getting over that probably done some damage. But sounding really good these days. And it's a shame that because he was a little bit sick, we couldn't get the full show from him, and he looked visibly annoyed at parts when he couldn't go where he wanted to go with his voice. So I think that Bruce Dickinson didn't have half as much fun at the show as we did, because I think he was just generally annoyed that he couldn't give the performance at Knebworth that he really wanted to. But the rest of the band, as always, sounded great. I just think overall, not the best Iron Maiden show that I've seen, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. Enjoyed the set of songs that they played. They played some stuff that we hadn't heard in ages. They played Seventh Son, which they hardly ever play anymore. They played a couple of the early tracks as well. They played Infinite Dreams, which I've never heard Maiden play. So it was nice to hear songs that I haven't played before. And the long ones they played, like Rime of the Ancient Mariner and Seventh Son, sounded brilliant. Power Slave as well. Probably the best live rendition of Power Slave I've ever heard. It was immense.
Yeah, that was good. And before I go into it, I wouldn't have thought about it. I don't think because I think you probably think about things a bit more technically than I do. I just either enjoy it or I don't. But when you said about Power Slave sounding amazing, I was like, actually, yeah, you're right. It was like, and it hadn't clicked at that point that it just sounded much more fuller than the rest, than some of the other songs. It just was I don't know, there was more behind it to me, I felt, and it sounded incredible. But yeah, so yeah, for me, like I said, it might be a little bit anticlimactic. I was really close. I was probably about his crotch height, so it was actually in a really big bowl going down, so like everybody could see. And it was actually really, really well, really well positioned stage. So pretty much
Definitely.
wherever you were stood, you could see. And yeah, and like I said, I was quite close for about an hour and 15 minutes, but because I was quite close, it was all packed in really tight. And I couldn't move around very much. There were like mosh pits near me, but I wasn't going to get in a mosh pit. So I just stood there like a sardine for an hour and 15 minutes. And then I decided I'm going to get out and go towards the back a little bit. This was when it was just starting to get dark. I think it was just before Rome of the Ancient Mariner. And as I walked away, I felt something in my eye. So if people aren't aware, something in my back can cause problems with my eye. It'll sort of be painful. It'll go blurred, and it'll go a little bit bloodshot. And I was walking away thinking, just being stood very, very still for an hour and 15 minutes has caused problems with my eye. So it was a good job I wasn't stood there longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, like the pain in my eye, and it gave me a little bit of a headache as well, which I don't normally get with it. I found it really difficult to concentrate on the rest of the show. I still stood there and watched, but I sort of walked around the back. I went to see if Alexander was still there. But yeah, this was about 9:30, so there was still about an hour left of their set. And it was like, I wouldn't say it was the best hour, but it wasn't quite dark when I walked away from the front. When I was walking around the back, it was dark, and they had so many more lights on the stage and everything. So it probably would have looked a hell of a lot cooler, especially if I was like really up close where I was. But yeah, so that was mine. I mean, it was incredible. The first part of when I was stood there was incredible. Like I said, I haven't seen them for about 4 years now, so I was really enjoying it. Really enjoying the song choices as well. But yeah, the last hour, I couldn't really concentrate too much, and I was quite far away. Couldn't even see the stage at one point. I was just stood so far back by the dodgems. I was like, okay, this is rubbish. But luckily there was no more damage. When that happens, I normally need to see someone to get medication for it, like as soon as I can. But it eased off on its own, so it's all right.
Good.
I'm okay.
Good.
I'm okay.
Good. The other bit I was going to mention was I find it much harder to sing along to Iron Maiden songs now because they've pitched a lot of the songs down.
Yeah.
So I'm singing what I remember to be the high bits, and Bruce Dickinson is now singing like lower to some of the bits. So I normally at an Iron Maiden, I'm singing my heart out, and I still was at this one, but it was much harder for me to hit the right notes because I wasn't sure what key the next part of the song was going to be in, because I wasn't sure how far down they'd brought these songs. So it was a bit jarring.
Yeah.
And songs like Run to the Hills and The Trooper don't sound great this far down. They need to be at the optimum pitch that they're at. But, Brucey can't hit those notes anymore, which is fair enough. But yeah, the Trooper and Run to the Hills, like the hits and the high hits, don't sound the same live anymore.
No, I thought that with "Hallowed Be Thy Name" as well. It's always been one of my favourite songs, and it just it sounded weird because like there's some bits he was going low when he would normally go high, and it's just off, like you said, a bit jarring, a bit off-putting, and it's like I want to sing to this, but I can't.
Yeah, so that was the only bit of the show I found jarring, but the rest of it was really good, solid performance. Wish we could have got a better Brucey, but he was a little bit sick. But I don't think it took anything away from the performance or the weekend or just the general overall experience of this anniversary, which I think was, I'm really, really glad that we went.
Yeah, me too. The same as you. Really enjoyed it. So glad that we went. It was just a cool thing to happen in general. It wasn't a proper festival. It was a celebration of one band with the other bands playing. I don't know if this is the right time or place to go into this, but I get the feeling, and this is based on nothing factual. It's just what I think they probably should or would do. Is so many bands are having their own festivals these days. Like Bring Me the Horizon have got their own one in Malta. Young Blood does Bloodfest. I'm wondering if instead of trying to compete with Download like they were with Sonosphere, they've gone, right, well, let's have a venue for all of these festivals, like single people, like not single people, but single artist festivals. So just over a couple of days to host them at Knebworth in the future instead of being a festival. What do you think?
That would be cool. As long as they don't do it on Trees Weekend again.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Because it would be really annoying if like they did Metallica next year, but it was over Trees Weekend again. Because I don't want to miss another Trees, but I'd also like to see a Metallica festival. So
yeah,
it's like a double-edged sword. But yeah, no, I'd like them to do that, to continue that. And like I say, there was some people there saying that it'd be a possibility that Eddfest will become like an Ozfest, where it will still be Eddfest next year, but it'll be like the Eddfest moniker, but then like Metallica playing, or AC/DC, or another sort of legendary band that can get 50, 60,000 people into a field for the weekend. So yeah, I'd be really excited and happy to see what the Kilimanjaro company do next, and to see what their next plan is, and if this was a pilot for other things.
Yeah, it might be. It might not be any of that. They might not do anything next year, but
No, might not be any of
we
it.
can only wait and find out. But yeah, overall it was really cool. After Maiden, we didn't do too much, but we just went back to camp, listened to the people listening to the football.
That was it, really. Yeah.
That was kind of interesting because I didn't know what the score was, and I did hear. Because I got back there about 30 minutes before you did, I think. And our first goal, I heard people cheering, and then a couple of minutes later, other people cheering, and I was like, "Is that another goal, or is that just a delayed stream?" And,
Delayed,
it was a
most
stream.
likely, yeah.
But at least they had a stream. We couldn't get a stream.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a great ending. Really happy. Everyone was buzzing. Everyone got shooed out of the arena. So then we went back to camp. And I will say this, and I got footage of this and I put it out today and it's got a lot of views. I will say it's the tidiest I've ever seen a festival while leaving it. That place, apart from a few little bags here and there, was absolutely immaculate. And it was just great to see leaving a festival, seeing it so tidy. But I guess this is what happens when your age range is a little bit higher than other festivals like Download, Reading, etc. People are really going to take care of the space and tidy up, the space that they left. So I thought that was a really cool thing to see on the way out.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, there was so much. I think one of the comments said that they assumed it was you arriving.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like everyone took the rubbish away. That's what should happen at festivals.
Yeah, it was great. It was just great to see. I know it's different because it's a smaller festival than your big ones, but it was still great to see almost zero rubbish there, which was just fantastic.
Yeah. And we walked back to the car and left, and it didn't take very long to get out. I know some people had problems. Alexander didn't get home till like 4 a.m. It was like sat in the car park for at least an hour, as far as I'm aware. A lot of people also couldn't get out. I think there was problems with the shuttle buses as well. I think they got lost on the way to get. They couldn't find the entrance to Knebworth. Some of them got lost. But I mean, there was not that I want to concentrate on the complaints, but I mean, we've always said we will review things as we see it. We're not going to suck up to a company. So yeah, just briefly, there were other people complaining that they were trying to leave from the taxi place, the pickup point, even on Saturday night. There was no lights, so they were travelling across the fields. They could have had potholes in and stuff like that. Some people had prearranged taxis and they just didn't show up because they probably didn't pay enough money because they were hoping to break the prices up because of Eddfest. And then they were just left there. They were just left in the field to fend for themselves by the stewards. So there were complaints. It wasn't perfect, but it was.
But overall, very
good.
Very, very well run. Yeah.
It surprised me. It was pretty good, and we had no problems. Yeah, like I said, other people did have problems, and we're not going to shy away from that. We're not going to pretend it didn't exist because there were no problems for us. But in our experience, it went really smoothly. Actually, far better than I was expecting.
Yeah, I think overall, for two Maiden fans, great experience. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We had fun at the performances. Blaze Bayley was absolutely out of this world. Maiden were very good. It was great to just chat to people, talk to people, celebrate all things Maiden. Really glad we went, and I would definitely love another one of these with another band. 100%.
Yeah.
So thumbs up from me, a big thumbs up.
Or another one of these with Iron Maiden again. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Either or.
Cool. Well, I don't think there's anything else we need to cover. I think as we were going, I thought I need to cover the the actual stage, which is sort of in a bowl. But I did that. The toilets were great. Every time there was always toilet roll in the toilets and everything. They were always really, really clean. They weren't overflowing until the Sunday morning. So that's
yeah, they were good. They were decent, standardly good.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, everything ran really quite well. Okay, so that is the end of the review of our Eddfest. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments wherever you're listening to or watching this. We'll try and answer them, or maybe Simon's vlog will answer them. So yeah, go and check that out. But for this episode, that's it. Before we go, we have to say a massive thank you to our Patreons, who are Wendy, Joe Butler, Mike Ferris, Andy Taylor, Liam Hopwood, Tom West, Ethan Brown, Matthew, Chris Henderson, Henry Richardson, Chris Hambridge, Alexander Toon, and James. We love all of you, massive, massive legends. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon and helping us. Simon, do you want to plug anything and everything? I know you're doing loads of stuff now.
Yeah, I want to plug
everything.
Plug everything. I've really stepped it up on Instagram and TikTok and a couple other places as well. So go and follow me, Simon Says Festivals. Go follow my cinema channel as well, Simon Says Cinema. Follow me on YouTube. And yeah, just generally check out and obviously follow us on social media, Dear Download, if you haven't already. And yeah, go and check out the Iron Maiden vlog. It is hilarious and really, really great. Excuse me. Coming soon will be my build up to Bloodstock. So I've got loads of shorts coming out soon. It'll be all Bloodstock related. I have what I'm packing for Bloodstock video, some band recommendations, and then it will be time for BOA, which is normally, I would say, my most exciting vlog. Although the download ones are very good and quite long, the crazy stuff seems to happen at Bloodstock. So I am very excited, and I'm sure that the vlog will be, hilarious.
Awesome. And yeah, come and check out my other YouTube channel. It's a Dungeons & Dragons actual play. It's all about music, heavily based on music and around music and inspired by music. I just keep wanting to say the word music, but come and check it out. It's called Critical Pit, and links to all of these will be in the description of the video or episode, wherever you're listening, like I said earlier. But for now, it is time for us to go. So it's a goodbye from Simon.
Goodbye.
And a goodbye from me. Goodbye.